Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome back to another How to Get Better with Gibraltar video. Now, some of these clips are from the previous split, so that's why you're going to see some Storm Point ranked. But it's still good information to get, some good knowledge, and some decent tips in there as well to kind of get used to doing and try to get down to basis, even like the simplest things. It's down to get good to just doing it constantly and without even thinking about it. So, hope you guys enjoy the video.
Footsteps.
Yo, people pulling up. People pulling up.
I hit all three of them, bro. I broke one, bro. I'm nutty with it. Who you pushing, bro? Get out my bubble. Oh. Next. He going on the flank, getting you.
Nice job, boys.
Big body.
All right, that was an absolute banger, but let's break it down a little bit. So we hear the footsteps, and automatically we stop hearing footsteps. So what that is pretty much the enemy immediately starts crouching to try to sneak up on you because we have Crafter here. We're already crafting. And our third's all the way over in Narniaville. He's all the way over here on the map. All right, so with these nades, I throw one a little high, like straight up, kind of almost kind of straight up, straight down, kind of in a way. Of course, it's a little angled. And then I move down some. I move it a little bit down just because I know that they're going to back up a little bit. And then the other day, I went back to the previous spot just in case they stay in the same spot. So that's what those nades were. Trying to predict where they're going. And I hit 193 damage total. So huge nades, you have to push off that no matter what.
I'm nutty with it.
So I immediately bubble forward. I see this guy, he's going to be in my bubble, and I know immediately I just need to melee him out before he shoots me. At this point, I'm hype. As you all already started in the video, I was hype. So, again, if they're going to be in your bubble as it's deploying, you need to get them out as soon as possible or just down them before the bubble, fully develops. So, just get them out, blast them, go back in, switch weapons, and I highly recommend doing that. It might be like the simplest of things, but when you do this, always go back and switch weapons and then come back out. It's not good to stay out and switch weapons because Gibby has the advantage over a lot of legends where, even though every legend can use that in his bubble, it's always good for Gibby because he's a bigger target. It's good to reset fully get to swap with the weapons and come back out without having to do any animations while you're exposed. So always take advantage of that. Never try to swap weapons while you're still outside fighting. That's just how you take extra damage. So a way to prevent getting extra damage taken to you is simply just go back in and fully just switch weapons and come back out. So that's what happened in that play, and I hope you guys enjoyed that one.
I'm here. I'm here.
I'm wrapping around to the right side. I have to.
Gibby's fried. Gibby's fried.
Gibby's one.
Shit.
So one thing a lot of people struggle with Gibby is they see it too much as a defensive legend, and they're not really comfortable with leading their team. And of course, you guys know IGLs are normally the mobile legends like Wraith, Octane, stuff like that. But I like to do it as Gibby, and this is one simple way or easy way to kind of figure that out and understand how that's possible. So immediately, I'm here first, and you guys know I don't really play the front of the bubble because I'm facing three people. So all I'm doing right now is stalling and doing as much as possible until my teammates get here. So that's what Gibby's all about in the very beginning of fights, or if you're too far in front of your team, is staying alive until they get there and doing as much damage as possible, doing as much work as possible to take aggro. So when your teammates get there, the enemy gets punished because they're just solely focused on you. That's what you want to do as Gibby, being Maven focused at all times possible. And this is how you can do it like as an offensive and as a lead legend.
I'm here. I'm here.
As soon as they say they're there, I throw alt on the right side.
I'm wrapping around to the right side.
I wrap to the right. The reason why I wrap to the right is I know they have no room back here. My alt is coming down. My teammates are pushing. They're going to be all forced to run this way. So that's why I want to hurry up and wrap, get behind this rock, and try to hit them as they're coming out my alt. And I don't get there in time, but I still predict what they're doing, and I play this rock immediately like it's a bubble. So it's always one of those things that you want to play cover like it's a bubble, and I always go over it all the time on stream, other videos. After your bubble goes away, think about what you go to next. My bubble was no longer useful to me. I know I was rotating, but you have to know what to hide behind, because you cannot just be out in the open shooting them. You have to find cover as Gibby. And that's what I do with this rock. I lost arm shield already, so I stopped ADS and I realized I can finally hip fire. That's what I recommend doing. A lot of people don't know the when to stop ADSing, or like they don't feel like ADSing, they want to hip fire. I highly recommend it until you lose your arm shield. Lost arm shield right there. I shot again, went ahead and hip fired because I know it's faster, especially with the PK, it's a lot better. Even though, of course, I didn't hit him really hard, but still, it's one of those things that people struggle with. They're just so used to other legends where they can hip fire. With Gibby, I don't care if you're point blank on somebody. Try to ADS, take advantage of that extra health, and then when it breaks, then you can finally hit fire. So that's what we do right there. Absolutely destroy this team. I got all KP from it. As y'all can see, I got all three of them. 2 assists and a kill. So honestly, it was a pretty solid play. And it's a way to lead as Gibby. And a lot of people struggle with it, but I promise he's probably one of the best legends to do it. And if you play your bubble correctly, you save your health as much as possible. Again, live as long as the bubble's up. And, you know, it's pretty much all it is to it, honestly.
Nice down.
On top of him, bro. I'm fucking him up with that. Knocked one. Oh, I'm fucked. I'm a different breed. I'll be back. Holy shit. Alright, so this is a perfect alt situation where you make the enemy make a choice, and it's hard for them to make that choice because of all the scenarios that can happen. So all you can see, I threw alt up and over where Poppy Gordo was. So alt's going to land somewhere around here on the mini-map. And he gets knocked, and I can hear at least 2 guns on top of him, so I know at least 2 people are going to get caught. I don't know about the third. While alt's about to go down, I immediately make our... I was pushed to our portal because I know the portal wraps around to the right. I know they won't be able to hear it because I know they're going to be too focused on the alt. So what happens with this alt is since they got a knock, now they don't want to have that knock get rezzed. So they're going to either play off of it, they're going to either push forward into Blastoise, or they're all three just going to try to back out, fully reset, and we're going to be able to reset and return. So that's all the like things that could happen with them. Instead, they didn't realize how far I threw the alt, and they want to go back to fully heal because I knew they're taking from Storm because of being in it by fighting Poppy Gordo as well. So they tried to get out, but they didn't realize how far I threw the alt. Again, that's why it's a perfect alt placement. I caught one to the left. This guy was low HP from fighting Poppy Gordo. Again, caught him off guard. He went to try to hurry up and get out late, and it costed him. He got knocked. I automatically knew this guy was getting blasted as well. That's why I hurried up and turned back around. I was checking my right side first, but I immediately just know this guy's going to be slowed. I beamed him immediately because he's stunned from getting out of the circle. Getting hit by my alt, all that going on. Unfortunate. And this is the only guy that got free. So this is what the whole team could have done. Is that alt's about to go down, get out immediately and get behind cover. And only one guy was able to do it. Absolutely just blasted him, and now I'm just toying with him. And that's just a free dub right there. But that's why alt's so good to hold until the right moments. You know, it's good to hold for like third parties. It's good to hold to be able to heal, to separate you from the enemies. But that alt right there is probably one of the better ones to do, where you have to, like, they're forced to make a choice. Either back up fully, push forward, or if they don't decide in time, they pretty much get hit by the alt. And it's one of those 3 things that happened, and it was huge. And thankfully, 2 of them got stuck by the alt, and one was able to get out, but he was already weak. So that was honestly a pretty good alt play, honestly. I don't know how many times I'm going to say honestly, but, you know, honestly, good alt.
Can you scan if you have it? Nice job.
I'm good, I'm good. These guys suck. This is the kids we already killed.
so low. The fucking.
All right, so this wasn't the craziest clips by any means, but it's just all about your bubble timing, and position placement, all that. So right here, a simple bubble, and the reason why I bubble and I bat right at the very front of it is because if they see that I'm healing right at the edge of the bubble, they might just want to push me since they see me batting. This is the bait technique that I talk about. You know, that you can like run away from people, and this is the heal bait that you can also do. So I'm just baiting with my heals. I know if they push me, I can switch my PK. Poppy Gordo's about the young action. He hops in there, gets destroyed. And I know this is a fuse grenade right here. So he gets them really low. He gets the fuse really low. And I know this, but I cannot push out until that grenade blows up. So I have to wait to that perfect time to push out after it blows up. And this is all about knowing your timing of when to step out. And it's huge to know that. So as soon as it blows up, I pop out literally the millisecond it blows up, I am automatically out there shooting. So if you learn the bubble timing of when to pop out, it's huge to like, you know, kind of go in between shots of someone like shooting whatever they're shooting, or in that case, the grenade right there. As soon as it blew up, I was able to peek out the second it happened. Dropped him, and I immediately just push off that. You know, so we've got to hurry and roll through this team, because if you guys don't know Storm Point, it's one of those maps that you can have a fair fight for a little bit, but if it's too long, you're going to get third partied, and we're already getting third party. That's why I just went ahead and just rolled through that last guy, and we rotated all the way out. And we lost Poppy Gordo on the way, sadly, but yeah. This door just opened up right here for me. Bloodhound 1 HP, Bloodhound 1 HP. Knocked one.
Give me bubble himself.
And he threw all as well. No! Gibby's one, Gibby's one, Gibby's one. Alright, right here, I did a lot of damage right off the rip. This door just opened up right here. Immediately beamed him. As soon as I beamed him, I knew I needed the bubble because I knew they were going to peek out and blast me. At least his teammate was. And when I did so, I was saving myself from getting knocked. So if I didn't do so, I probably would have got one clipped. So saved myself, threw a grenade on the outside. The reason I threw a grenade on the outside, just in case they decided to go on the outside edge, I'd be chilling, because I do like a lot of damage if they try to rotate on the outside of the bubble, which a lot of players like to do. I immediately switched throw alt. The reason why I throw alt is not simply to do damage, but if they push me, they're stuck. And my teammates can easily help me. But it was mostly for them to fully back up so I could reset myself. And Poppy Gordo last second called out that he was entering the bubble, so that's why I switched to my R9 right away after I threw alt. Because I just wanted to help out as much as possible, and as a Gibby, you need to stay until like the last little bit that you know of, that you're comfortable with. So I'm able to knock one. He threw all as well. Again, because he pushed way too far ahead. And right there, if I don't know if you guys heard just then, but I called he threw alt himself. And that's one thing you need to do as a Gibby main, is you need to call out other Gibraltar's alts. It doesn't matter if you just threw yours, if you don't even have yours yet, like you threw yours like 30 seconds ago and your teammates know you don't have it. It's just good knowledge just to call that out whenever, because sometimes your teammates might forget, and it's just a good call out. So always make that call out no matter what. Don't worry if your teammate calls you an idiot. I already knew you threw, like, because I already knew it wasn't yours. A lot of times they forget. Even the guys I play with forget. So it's good just to call that out all the time. I know it's like, kind of like a weird thing to kind of touch on right there, but I promise it makes a huge difference in gameplay. All I do is push forward. I didn't realize the guy was going to come above me. Again, I stayed to the very end to fight.
Gibby's one.
I thought she was, so right there, the reason I got knocked, I thought she was wrapping around the left side to fight Poppy Gordo in a one-on-one. So I just focused the guy to the right. So one overall. This thing's being a pain in the butt, so that's why she's in here with me right now. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. That was, again, another good alt play, but know how to stay and help your team as much as possible as Gibby. and know when to call out other Gibby's ult. I promise you, it will make a huge difference. Know your timing, dipshit. This is one of those clips where I know I stress a lot about always ADSing. You don't always have to. It's really highly recommended to do so because of the extra 50 health. But again, some of these guns like the PK are one of those guns that it's really good to hip fire. And when you're bubble fighting, you want to make those quick shots as fast as possible and get back in before you lose any more health. And hip firing is the way to do that. So it's like you have to figure out the fine line of when to hip fire and when not to. Because you guys see, I still have my arm shield, but he comes up, I immediately hip fire and just go to the left, and I hit him for a nice 84. Again, PK is one of the better shotguns or one of the better guns in the game to hip fire with. So I hit him for a nice 84, and again, I was getting behind cover because I didn't have bubble yet, so it's always smart to always know to get behind cover immediately as soon as you shoot. I shot, got behind cover, crouched, threw bubble right at the ground, poked out, completely lost him, by the way. I had no idea where he went. That's why I got hit so hard. I saw him, hit him with the PK, hip fire, and immediately came right back in. As fast as possible, did the animation, and just came back out to hip fire again. So the reason why I hip fire instead of ADS in that moment is because if I sit there and ADS and walk out, he might have a better advantage over me, and he knows exactly when I'm coming out. With hip firing, it's still a little predictable of when you're walking out fully, but you don't have that arm shield walking forward. Instead, you're just going out really fast and coming back in. And as soon as you find that rhythm, especially with the PK, of when the animation stops and you can come back out as soon as it stops and shoot, it's really good to learn that. So that's the only time I really recommend hip firing is when you're trying to really make fast shots. That's when you should hip fire. Other than that, I recommend fully ADSing. But in that case, hip fire away, honestly. When it comes to automatics, though, like flatlines, I still highly recommend ADSing until the arm shield goes away. But when you're trying to make fast shots, PK, wingman, longbow, whatever it is, in the bubble, just hurry up, hip fire, and come right back. It's just so you don't lose that much health, and so you can make that really quick shot that you need. Alright, so this is a mixture between both hip firing and ADSing, and I'm going to explain why I do so in this clip. Right there, there's, of course, I have the bubble. So I go on top, I'm going to be exposed, so that's why I throw a bubble down immediately before I even land. ADSing right there, for the simple fact that I know I'm going up against multiple people. I need to save as much health as possible. He's also trying to shoot a shotgun at me, so I want to save my health. I heard the grapple. That's why I immediately hip fire to rotate and hold the edge of the bubble like I am right here. Waiting for the Pathfinder to land. Only have 2 shots left. He has a Devo, so that Devo is going to be charged up and it's going to hit hard. So that's why, again, I'm ADSing, so I still have my arm shield. Right there, I hit him for 79. And now that he's outside, I'm inside. I just want to hurry up and hit him before he comes back inside with a hip fire. Just simply just reloading. And just blasting this dude. Hit him for a 9. Unfortunate. And get that shield swap. It's good to be safe instead of just fully aiming somebody because you don't know what you're getting into. I hear him batting up, so that's why I just go down. Blast him. You hear Pathfinder come in, and the clip ends there pretty much because I'm fighting that Pathfinder for like the next almost minute. And then I finally kill him, but I get third party immediately. So that's why I didn't go any further with this clip. But yeah, honestly, it's a good example of why you should ADS certain times and why you should hip fire. And I feel like this clip was a good example, and I recommend just watching that back so you just understand fully of why you should ADS and why you should hip fire and know when to do it. Because a lot of people struggle of, they ask me all the time actually, when do you know to hip fire or when should I ADS? or like a little mixture of both. Now it's a little mixture of both right there.
I'm chilling. I'm checking these 2 boxes down here.
Yeah, they're popping a portal. Here they come. They're popping a portal over here. They're looking for angles. They're looking for angles.
I hit 2 of them with that. Got him, got him with that. Got him. Two. Low. The Wraith is the really low one. She went through port. She has gold knock. I'm just gonna shoot through it. He's got outplayed right there at the fucking end, dude.
Alright, last one. We've had a lot of alt plays in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the alt explanations, but here's another one for you. Alright, so right here we have high ground, fair 3-on-3.
Checking these 2 boxes.
And they pretty much have nowhere to go. I mean, they kind of do, but I'm just holding a different angle. And as Gibby, I say this all the time, it's good to hold the off angle as Gibraltar because you have the arm shield. Teammate calls out exactly where they're going. I throw frag grenade over there to hit some of them. I was going to throw arc star, but I didn't want to waste my arc because the arc's really good to have.
I hit 2 of them with
And I decided to go ahead and use my alt. So the reason why I throw my alt right there is because that's where they kind of want to keep going back and forth. And if I can get them away from that and stay underneath where I have a huge angle, it's going to be huge. So I don't focus this rock anymore. I throw alt and immediately look away from it. The reason I look away from it because I know for a fact they're not going to run through this open field where my teammates are looking straight at them. As you can see, they're literally ADS right at the rock. So I know they have no other option except for going through the portal. So as the player that's playing off of my teammates, again, it's good to play solo as Gibby, hold different angles. And that's why I'm holding this angle when my teammates are holding the other angle. And I try to stick Bloodhound with Arc Star, unfortunate, but as soon as I hear the portal go off, I start calling out immediately that I got him.
Low.
And I was so desperate about calling it out
Really low one.
for the simple fact that I knew I was already going to hit him. I heard the portal go off, and with the Arc Star, I knew it was going to be enough time for the Arc Star to blow up as soon as they get there. They got there, Arc Star blew up, and we had to make a play off of it. So, honestly, another good alt play, and it's why it's so good in ranked, even in pubs, to hold alt to the very end. When you start getting to the final few teams, it's not good to waste alt unless you absolutely have to. You need to use it for the last circle. Or if it's the last team, just figure out a good spot to put it and capitalize off of it. So, hope you guys enjoy that little explanation, and hope those alts kind of helped for your future alt plays and stuff like that. Yo, hope you guys enjoyed the YouTube video. Again, hopefully these tips help. Give me some feedback in the comments below. And also let me know in the comments which tips helped you, which tips you really didn't know about or really think about doing. Just all those feedbacks help, especially for future how-to videos. And, you know, this video touched a lot on alts. It touched a lot on knowing when to hip fire and not to hip fire, because I listened to y'all's feedback. I listened to y'all's comments. A lot of the questions I get asked, I keep a track of which questions I get asked the most, and I try to answer those in these videos. So hopefully those helped, especially with the hip firing. I know a lot of people are asking when to hip fire, when not to. So hopefully these videos helped. Much love, much appreciated. She's a butthead. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.